Yeah. I thought about you on the run and thought I might actually get this, and then I was like, don't get carried away. That's the worst thing you can do. In Kona, I got carried away thinking I'm gonna be top 5, and then I was 7th. I don't take anything for granted. It's nice that someone like yourself said. It's good that the media points out what reality is. I had a great season last year, but I actually didn't win anything. So sometimes you appreciate people being honest, because it's like, yeah, I haven't won anything. But I felt the pressure. Everyone was sort of saying, oh, it's a bit smaller of a field, but it was 12 really good guys. I mean, some of the top names that we had as favorites didn't come off the bike, and that just shows how tough and select the field was. But if you look back at all 12 of them, they all have results to their name. I think some of us don't do the due diligence. Even myself, you pointed out a few people that were up there that I then started watching. Quite thankful. I learned from Nico and Freddie last year. You watched them race. Last year I was a bit of a I said to him at the start, I said to Nico, last year I was sort of like a puppy dog, like a Labrador, and that was me. Me and Macca and Conrad came out of the water a minute 30 down, and Macca had his hand issue, and me and Conrad had to catch a minute 30. And in the end, that's what I came into transition behind Freddie. So last year, my bike split, that gave me confidence to actually look on paper and be like, me and Nico and Freddie were all within 10 seconds. So I was like, oh, your bike was actually there. But Melissa outran me. I think Freddie put 5 minutes in me on the run. And at one point in the race, I thought, I'm the best runner here. Coming from ITU, you just get too confident. And then I started surging on the bike, attacking, and when sort of the cameras got around me, I got excited and pushed the pace. And I said this year, you know what, I want a good result in the end. And after third last year, people expected me to be on the podium again, and I didn't want to disappoint them. I didn't really want to miss the podium, and I knew I could. It was a great field, and so if I got excited and took it for granted, I probably would have been 5th or 6th. So I played a bit calmer. Freddie was the strongest on the bike. He raced like a world champ. He didn't win, but within the competitors, we saw who out there pushed the pace the most, and he definitely was that person.
Does this result remove any weight off your shoulders professionally and personally?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Nikki doing the dishes anymore. She used to always say, I shouldn't be doing this. You should be doing this. I got better results than you. She still does have better results. She's got a few ITU results that are better than mine. But I want to say we evened the score. It's interesting. She got to carry I call her my princess, our little daughter Savannah, across the line. And before I left here, I showed Savannah the photos. But she was so young, she was almost jealous. She pushed the phone away like, that's not me anymore. But we just had, I think 9 weeks ago, a little boy, Walker James. So yeah, maybe having kids is good luck for this race. I know Nikki wants a third, but I want to wait a couple years and then maybe see. But I know this paycheck would help with the kids, pay for schooling for a little while. As you get older, you can't splurge it on things when you're young, and you think, oh, if I want a big race, I'd do this or that. Reality sets in, but it makes you train hard. I didn't have a perfect prep. I got sick a couple times, but like I said to James, who had visa issues, I said it could work as a blessing. He was stuck for 48 hours in Johannesburg airport, and I said, you've done less than you normally would. Maybe it'll work. By being sick, I got 2 colds in the 10 weeks leading in, or 8 weeks, and I did a bit less, but it obviously paid off. So thank you to my daughter for giving me those colds.